Welcome back to my channel, Logan Speed Shop. Today, working on the great debate. What should we do? Normal throttle body or drive-by-wire? We've got the factory bugger here, the old analog cable version. See that where the cable would go on the side. We've got throttle blades there. Actually got 5 of them in total. 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, this weird triangle design. So many linkages. An old TPS that's just ready to fail at any point. One of the worst designs on these ones. And then we got beautiful Bosch 82mm drive-by-wire. Starting off, it weighs about 1/4 of the weight, but that's beside the point. The real reason I love drive-by-wire and believe that if you got the opportunity to do it, you should, is safety's and control. So the Haltech gets given all the information from the throttle body, be it manual or aftermarket, but with the drive-by-wire, it actually can do something about it. Let's say you're going down the road, you need a bit of a thrash, boom, lose oil pressure, or it drops off. Before you can even do anything, the car can close the throttle body if it's drive-by-wire. You can see here on my S15 that we've got exactly the same, already set up, it's good to go. And I've had no issues with it. You hear people complain about it on the standard cars, well, like straight from the dealership, that the throttle's a bit laggy. This is because they put their own safeties in. They don't want the response to be that high. They don't want you getting in trouble with your foot. With a Haltech, you can put that as much as you want. You can put 10% touch of the pedal, that means it opens up 100%, or similar, 100% pedal to 50% open, whatever you want. So you got so much more control with the drive-by-wire unit. But with change, obviously, you can see the pattern. There's the back of that. There's the back of that. They are different. And I've got the intake manifold here. So normally that would go on, not a drama. This here, a little bit harder. Obviously can't just bolt it straight on. So we have got this unit here that needs to be welded on, roughly marked. Before I actually picked this up, I had a paper template I was playing with and roughly marked out the circle. As you can see, it overlaps the holes. And even when we're on here, it's the same. So I'm gonna have to get a bit tricky and get the die grinder in there, clean everything up, make it ported good. In this middle section where the throttle blade, you can see, sticks out. With the weld on flange, it's not as bad. But yeah, this still needs to be brought back about 5mm in. So we'll scallop the centre. Again, not too bad. Easier to do before I weld this on. Yeah, just get into it. Got a few other jobs to do in the intake manifold at the same time. Actually worked through and removed all the vacuum nipples that aren't needed. You can see they would be here, here, and there would be a lot of studs as well. Also, all the EGR block offs and the plates that were on the back I've removed because they were terrible. They weren't doing their job right. This one on the top actually shows it. You can see the outline of where the plate went, and you can see this little side rough. So that wasn't actually blocked. They had a bolt in there. It was trying to block it, but it just wasn't doing a good job. So rather than run plates, I'm going to get the TIG out, clean everything up, and yeah, weld it up, grind it off, make it smooth. So much better. Reliability will look nicer, just be better overall, and that's what we want. Before I could get away with putting this flange onto the intake, scalloped out the centre. Still needs a bit of a clean up, but I'm going to run around with the die grinder, get a nice carbide bit on there, clean it up, and then I've welded all the holes up around the outside because I know once this is on there, you can't get to it with a flap disc properly. So I just want to flatten them off now before I actually start welding this flange on. Nearly forgot about it. It would have been a bit of a balls up, but wouldn't have been the end of the world. So yeah, it's going to grab the flap disc, run round, and then let's get set up to weld the flange on. Bring it on. Alright, so she's smooth. It's not bad now. Cleaned up all the holes. Wouldn't mind doing these holes, but I can do that after the fact. Now I just have to work out how to position this bloody thing. You can see there's going to be a bit of overlap at the top, same at the bottom. So basically just got to square it up, which I'm going to piss around a bit. See, I've got it chocked up a little bit so it doesn't fall, because let's be honest, that would suck. Get it all positioned and it just tumbles over. And you can see there as well where I'm going to have to get the die grinder on the inside, just clean it all up. I'll probably end up arrow pointing the middle a little bit, just sharpen it up. Yeah, let's get this square and get a couple of tacks around it, test fit the throttle body, make sure the blade opens up, and then once we're good, weld it the whole way around. Alright, so we're tacked on at the bottom, haven't bothered at the top as I want to try and get a nice even weld there. But let's get the glove off and see what we're like. Sorry, one hand. Yeah, we got full swing of the blade, which is the most important thing. A little bit of a gap there, can't see that one, and a decent gap at the top. But yeah, like I say, we'll get the die grinder in there, clean it all up. For now, unbolt this, turn the amps up on the welder, and let's make it nice. Overall not too bad, a little bit messy on the sides, or a little hole I might clean up down the bottom there, but yeah, she's on there pretty good. Some good welds, some bad welds, and everything in between. But now I am going to go over and start filling up all these little holes, especially these ones. Look at the wire wheel in there, clean that up. I'm just going to go nuts with the welder on both the top and the bottom. That was a bit of a mission, that's for sure. All the holes are welded up on the back. Probably need to go back over it with the welder again once I grind it off, but I'm not grinding it off today. What I really want to show you guys now is the difference of how it looks. So you obviously drive by wire, standard analog. You can actually see on the back here, it's got the, I guess you call it IAC, idle up. It is the idle control, something the drive by wire takes care of. And you can just see how small the drive-by-wire is compared to the factory unit. It's a much bigger opening overall, but yeah, the actual profile of it is so much smaller, so much nicer, just a better unit, so much better. Still a few things I definitely want to clean up on the intake, the upper and the lower, but I'll do that all off camera, just because it's time consuming and bloody probably get a bit irritated doing it, but it'll be all showing on dressing the motor video, hopefully coming soon. Starting to get a few parts together for that. But yeah, absolutely wrecked on how that came out. Welds could be better, but can't complain about them either. You can see all the other little block offs on the side there I have to clean up too. Probably weld up, might weld up those holes, we'll see. The temptation to smooth all that off is high, but I'm definitely can't be stuffed either. Well, I figured I can't do all this work and not test fit it. So got the intake on, held on by a couple of nuts. Got the adapter for the intercooler clamp on too, just so I can get the full experience and see where the pipe's actually going to come out. First I'm going to try and snake the intercooler pipe through this way and keep the stock fitting here for the oil cap. tempted to change it to a nice short one, but I don't think it'll give me the space. But yeah, you can see the throttle body had to be flipped that way. If I flipped it around 180 degrees, it hit down the bottom. Machined a bit of it off, but unfortunately there's just not enough meat. So this way is the way it has to be. So your wiring will run over, under, into the intake with the rest of the injector wiring, which isn't too bad. Just not what I quite envisioned, but it'll work. But yeah, happy as with how it's looking on there. Such a tidy setup compared to that old junk. I'll say, if you got the opportunity, highly recommend going drive-by-wire over a standard throttle body.